and welcome to today's episode of the Top Hats and Tails Magic Hour. We're going to begin with our flannel story. It's called My Big Purple Hat, and it's by Diane Sherman Briggs. I like to wear my big purple hat. I never know when it'll come in handy. I'm going on a picnic in the meadow, and my big purple hat will keep the sun out of my eyes. There's the sun. Hey, is that a rain cloud? A rain cloud. Oh no, it's starting to rain. How sad. But I don't need to worry. My big purple hat will keep me dry. And look, here comes a little white rabbit. Let me get it out of the bag. Oh my goodness. A little white rabbit to get out of the rain under my big purple hat, and a pretty red bird who sits on my shoulder, and a cute little field mouse, and a little spotted fawn. Oh my goodness, that fell over. Hang on. And a little spotted fawn. We'll put the fawn there, and the field mouse. And here comes a pink butterfly to get out of the rain. See the pink butterfly? Pretty. But that's not all. Along comes a big, fuzzy, friendly bear. But he's too tall. So I put the purple hat on him, and we all stay dry under my big purple hat. Suddenly, there's a gust of wind that blows my big purple hat away. The pretty red bird flies off to get it. We all get a little wet, but the rain is beginning to stop. Here comes the red bird with my big purple hat. And look, the sun is coming out. Let's all go find a nice place to have our picnic. There goes the big fuzzy bear and the pink butterfly and the little spotted fawn and the cute little field mouse and the pretty red bird and the little white rabbit. I sure am glad I wore my big purple hat. Stay tuned for our book. Today's book is called The Magic Hat. It was written by Mem Fox and illustrated by Trisha Tusa. One fine day, from out of town and without any warning at all, what could it be? There appeared a magic hat. Where will it land? Oh, the magic hat, the magic hat. It moved like this. It moved like that. It spun through the air and over a road and sat on the head of a warty old toad. Oh, the magic hat, the magic hat. It moved like this. It moved like that. It spun through the air like a bouncing balloon and sat on the head of a hairy... What could it turn this person into? A hairy baboon! Oh, the magic hat, the magic hat. It moved like this, it moved like that. It spun through the air from way over there and sat on the head of a sleepy old... Can anyone guess what's coming next? What animal? Bear! Oh, the magic hat, the magic hat. It moved like this, it moved like that. It spun through the air. It's true, and sat on the head of a kangaroo. Oh, the magic hat, the magic hat. It moved like this, it moved like that. It spun through the air for a mile and a half and sat on the head of a lofty... What animal could rhyme with half? Giraffe! And then, what comes next? With a skip, and then with a hop, Who is that? Who could it be? A wizard appeared with a sign that said, "Stop." So everyone stopped and stared in surprise at the wonderful wizard with sparkling eyes, who took from his beard with a nod and a wink, I'm skipping ahead, a wand which he waved. And what do you think? What could he do with that wand? The toad, the baboon, the bear, and the roo, and of course the giraffe, oh what a to-do, turned back into people, dazed and confused, watched by a crowd that was highly amused. When no one was looking, the wizard, meanwhile, skipped out of town with a mischievous smile. And of course on his head was the fabulous hat. That made all the magic wherever it sat. The end. Stay tuned for our magic trick. I hold in my hand an empty jar of Play-Doh. Okay, there are a few teeny tiny little crumbs on the outside and on the inside, but the real Play-Doh's gone. There's nothing to play with. Whatever shall we do? I know. We'll do a proper magic trick. And make sure you squeeze that cap on real good, because, you know, if your cap's not on tight, the Play-Doh, it dries up and then you can't use it either. And we want this magical Play-Doh to be nice and fresh forever. So we're going to wave our magic wand and say the magic words, abracadabra, and poof, the Play-Doh will come right back. Oop, oop. Let's see if it worked. It worked. Look at that. All the Play-Doh's back in the jar. Stay tuned to see how to do this trick. As you've probably guessed, all of the Play-Doh is not back in the jar. Most of my Play-Doh is in a separate sealed container where it will stay nice and fresh while we're doing this trick. You're going to want to take all the Play-Doh out of your tub so that it's nice and empty, and like I said, put it in a Ziploc baggie, put it in a plastic container with a lid. If you've got extra empty Play-Doh jars at home, you can put it in there. Make sure it's off to the side, and then take a little pinch. You're going to want a piece a little bit smaller than a bouncy ball. You see how it fits in the palm of my hand here, so that when you flatten it on your lid, and you want to make sure it's nice and flat and even all around, but you don't want to cover up the lip, because if you cover up the lip, then when you put the lid on the jar, it'll squeeze out and everyone will know how you're doing your trick. So don't do that. Don't cover it up. Then you take the cap and you put it on the Play-Doh jar. And then, while you're telling everyone what a good job you're doing of sealing it up nice and tight, you're actually pushing the Play-Doh off of the lid and back into the jar, so that when you peel off your lid later, oops, see, I didn't do it tight enough. You want to make sure you give it a nice rub so that it all comes down and settles, and then when you peel it off later, the Play-Doh sticks around the edges and it looks like it's full, even though it's just that tiny little circle. I hope you had fun today, and we'll see you next time. Excuse me while I snap this cap back on so the Play-Doh doesn't dry out. Bye-bye.